Just like number one, number two is also testing punctuation, except this time things are a little bit easier. We've got some commas that we've got to move around, and just like number one, actually, we still need to think about sentence structure. A lot of times we're taught that commas mean a pause, and that's mostly true. We tend to pause when we talk when there is a comma or some other punctuation mark. However, I don't think that that's that helpful when you're taking an SAT. It's better to think of a comma for its structural purpose. So kind of like we talked about in the last question, sentence structure matters. So I'm going to make sure I put a comma somewhere where the ideas in a sentence tend to break apart or get interrupted. There's some sort of structural reason to put a comma in a certain spot. So let's read the sentence and try to figure out what's going on. While deliberately adding chemical compounds to a lake may seem destructive and irresponsible, this method of experimenting is sometimes the most effective way to influence policy and save the environment from even more damaging pollution. So it's a long sentence, but I can see the structure here. This clause, while, is starting this kind of like intro to the sentence. So this entire piece here is going to be an extra thing. And I use a comma to attach this extra thing to the main core of the sentence. And the main core of the sentence starts with this method and then continues on, right? So if I were to kind of think about what is the standalone sentence here, I could chop off all of the red. This method of experimenting is sometimes the most effective way to influence policy and save the environment from even more damaging pollution. That's my sentence. I use a comma to attach an extra piece. So this comma right here in the no change choice is necessary. It does an important thing. So that gets rid of choices B and D because they put the comma in the wrong spot. There's no comma after irresponsible, and I need one. Then it leaves me between A and C, and I would say, okay, well, what's the deal with this comma after and here? We never put that comma there, ever. So when we have a list of three things, we put the comma before the and, but never after it. So I don't know what that comma is doing there. That's just like never really a thing in English, meaning that no change is the correct option here. So you might have gotten that just from listening for the pauses, but I want you to think in terms of structure because it's going to help as the questions get harder to see how a sentence is constructed.